Hi, this is Dr. Maggie Perry with Tell Me What You're Proud of. This month, we're talking about experiential avoidance and how avoidance maintains and intensifies your anxiety. So today on the show, we have Jared. Jared's going to tell us more about his avoidance. Jared, thanks so much for being on the show.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
So tell me how avoidance plays out in your life, how it showed up in the past, what's going on for you now.
Avoidance has actually played a pretty big part of my throughout my life, actually. Ever since it's the first thing that I clearly remember was after graduation and after graduation of college, and I was just trying to find a place to work. And I just had this huge anxiety attack about, knowing the fine lines between what is professional, what is personal, knowing the boundaries, and if there's a need to act professional in all these things. And I actually kind of tried to avoid doing a lot of, especially during the recruitment process or any of those things, because I just felt it wasn't, it just felt very foreign to me. And so I always avoided that. Never really looked at, never really looked into going through the conventional process of trying to get your first job after college. That was just a huge struggle for me, and I ended up just wanting to avoid that whole process altogether. So, I mean, in other words, it took a while for me to truly understand what it meant to be independent. And I was just kind of avoiding that for a very long time, I guess. But there were other aspects, underlying aspects in terms of why I felt like I was in that situation. The second thing was
Well, actually, can I just interrupt you there?
yeah.
What feelings were you avoiding when you look back on?
Definitely, I had a huge, there was all these sensations, especially during that process. I always felt like I needed to. It was just an overbearing weight that I felt like that was on my shoulders, and I was avoiding it every single moment. You know, Even though the day to graduation was getting closer and closer, and you see all your other peers who are, have their job offers already, and I'm just there, just like, just still kind of clueless in terms of what to do, because I just wanted to avoid this whole having to act professional type of thing. It sounds ridiculous now, but it was definitely a huge problem in the past for me. Um, I guess you can call it social anxiety that I wanted to avoid.
hmm So you had anxious sensations, you had pressure in your chest. What kind of socially anxious thoughts would you have?
The thoughts at the time were a lot of, I guess you can say, like helplessness and like hopelessness. I just never felt like I could do it. I never felt like I can do anything by my own worth or by my own merits, because just all throughout life, I felt I was catered towards, or I had help in some way or form, leading up to my college career, college life. Um, and so there was I guess I had a very skewed sense of what it was like to really work in the real world, per se, quote unquote. So um, now I forgot the question. What was it?
Yeah, no problem. So those are the types of feelings and thoughts that you were having, that it was mostly thoughts of like hopelessness and helplessness, like you
Yes,
kind of had
absolutely.
a lack of efficacy, um, rooted in not really like putting yourself out there and risking failing in the past.
No, yes, absolutely. I don't think, I mean, now in hindsight, I just, I never felt like I had independently gained anything, like I actually achieved anything. It was all just part of I just needed to create this facade in one way or the other. And I did that, pretty much until I went up to college, and now having, now directly facing the reality of life in the workforce, I just really didn't know how to, battle with that, or how to conquer those anxiety feelings, even though I know that everybody else was feeling it and everybody else was kind of like, feeling the same type of feeling that I did. I actually, instead of using it as, motivation or incentive, or, in some way use it as strength to keep me going, I just wanted to avoid the whole situation. And yeah, you're right. I don't think I mean, I never felt a lot of self-efficacy or a lot of confidence, especially when I was in the process of creating my resume. Even just looking at my name was just like, ugh. So it was a lot of like, I felt like I didn't achieve, there was a lack of achievement throughout my life that didn't exactly meet the requirements of what was needed after graduation and going into the workforce.